This is the Joey Dio Show. And the Outlaws of the Rock.
Dubs,
Yes.
it's interview time.
Oh, it's happening now. Here it is.
Yeah,
Oh,
you know
hell
who's
yeah.
here, yo. Showtime's here.
Showtime.
Compton Mania.
Hell yeah.
Deshaun coming back for another interview to tell us more about how this sick promotion is going, how he's doing. He's grinding. We were talking a little bit before we hit record,
That's right.
and it's a grind, hey, brother?
It's definitely a grind, man. It's definitely a grind, like on all levels.
But it looks great. You know what I'm saying? The fruits of your effort are paying off because every time I see a post, it looks great. What you're doing looks great, and it's got that feel, man, that underground wrestling feel that that drew me to ECW back in the day.
Wow, man, that's love, that's respect, but it's not just me. Like, we got a squad. Like,
I bet.
like to try to do this thing by yourself is impossible. Like, it's not even real. It's not even a real concept. Like, this literally takes a team, and I'm like really blessed. I got a great team around me, bro. Like, it's not just me.
Well, that's excellent.
Yeah.
To assemble a family like that, because you got to keep it tight when you're doing something, especially something that's more, it's still like got its back. Like, wrestling is a quiet business. There's a lot that goes on in wrestling that your average fan doesn't know about, including myself. You're privy to that information because you're in it now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's really a lot. I bet there's, you know what I mean? Like, for me to say I went and saw a show, I'm not even understanding.
I think
I
think like when you come to a show, just as a casual person that's going to go see entertainment, you as a person are probably going through so many other different things. Like, before you even get to the show, you got your personal life, you got all these things coming. So when you come there, you're coming to get a chill, a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
It's crazy because even when you're running a promotion, you got the same shit you had if you just going to go watch a show, and like the major thing is just like with anything, you're going to battle more with yourself than anything.
Absolutely.
That's the biggest issue is the self battles, bro. Like,
yeah, always.
Always.
There should be a wrestler called Self Battle, and he'd kick everybody's ass.
What?
So let's do a thing. Let's do a thing that we do, because we're going to talk about wrestling, but we do this thing called first vinyl, first tape, first CD. Now, it has to be something that you got with your parents didn't. Nobody gave you the money for it. Nobody gave you the money. You bought it with your money, or you got it, because I may have liberated some back in the day. But what was the first piece of vinyl you ever bought?
Never bought vinyl. However,
all right,
we were cleaning out the garage, and me and my boys, we found this old James Cleveland vinyl, gospel. I mean, this guy like revolutionized gospel at the time. So I took his song, "If You Just Believe," and made like a dope gospel rap song to it called "In the Name of Jesus." Like, so we that was like
that's awesome.
Like a vinyl situation.
That counts.
Awesome.
That counts as a vinyl situation. That may be one of the best vinyl stories. How about tape? What was the first tape? Cassette tape.
The first tape that I can remember, this is so embarrassing. My granny Dorothy, man, rest in peace. She got me the Hulkamania tape with him and Jimmy Hart. You better watch out. Here comes my boyfriend. We are the Beach Patrol. We like to party. Like, that was I had that Hulk Hogan tape. You feel me?
Yeah. And look what happened. Look what that did, man. Like, that's the thing, though. When you're a fan, you're going to get all the, you know what I mean? You're going to get everything that's available. You're going to get anything. Like, I mean, how many of us, Dubs, you must have had some like weird like cups and like, what wrestling stuff did you have growing up?
Me growing up, well, we always had the remember that pillow, the Ultimate Warrior pillow that you'd beat the shit out of?
Wrestling Buddy.
The Wrestling
Those
Buddies,
were
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
And you could actually fall asleep on those. They were like really comfortable.
They were great.
They're amazing, but it's like literally you throw it down the stairs, and yeah, that was a memory for sure.
Wrestling Buddy.
Those were because you could just kick the crap out of them, and you were supposed to.
Exactly, it was like therapeutic in a way.
They got my. I think I might have showed you last time, but like my. Let me see if I can grab my Piper. My Roddy Piper.
Oh yeah, he's got a Roddy. Yeah.
Okay, hot rod.
And that's the old from like 1984.
Yeah.
And my friend gave it to me, and you can see all the war scars on it because him and his brother used to just beat the living shit out of each other with these things. But they were solid rubber.
Yeah.
So you could whip them down the stairs, and you'd have fun with your toys.
Yeah. They didn't
take them out of the box.
Yeah.
All right, CD. That's a great one, by the way. CD.
Yeah. Ooh. First one. That's hard to remember. But I can think of, I remember having Into the Dragon Cisco.
Yes.
So it seems I had
that album was huge. It was huge.
Yeah. We listen to that all the time.
My God. It was a summer anthem album throughout the whole country.
Definitely.
People were going crazy with that.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, that was the one, man.
I had a lot of fun that summer, and I remember that album.
Man, I was still in high school too, man. That was
oh
man, dude.
I actually was on vacation at this place called Putin Bay, and it was like this little island, and like it was like it's like off by Michigan. It's not like some fancy. We drove there, but that was playing at every bar, like songs from that album. And people were just just getting stupid young drunk, like that kind of drunk.
When you said Putin, I'm like, he went to Russia and shit?
No, it was called Putin Bay. I don't even know what it means. Like, my friends were just like, hey, Dio, you want to go to Putin Bay? And I'm like, they got beer? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, sign me up. Yeah, man.
Straight up, beer is the key word.
Yeah.
It was.
Should have started with that.
It was. I loved it. So wrestling.
Yeah.
We got to get into it because it's amazing and we all love it so much that you're doing something about it. We all loved it so much and you actually ended up with a promotion, which is true love for the art. How's it going? I mean, like I said, it looks great. Everything looks great. What do you got coming up? Like what's going on with, and then I want to ask you some like of your favorite wrestling things.
Okay. So answer the question, like what's coming up next?
Yeah, what do you got? What's the next event? Just so we can say it now, so then people know.
Compton Mania After Dark, ladies and gentlemen.
Compton I saw this.
Go ahead.
No. Yes, I just saw this. I was gonna ask you this question. I was very interested. So yeah.
So okay. First, I'm gonna keep it 100% real with y'all because I got to keep it real, right? Yeah. So having a promotion, you don't have a lot of money, right? I'm not rich. Like it does not grow on trees. You can't just do things. You have to get this. You got to work on getting sponsors. You got to do different things to get money to put on shows, right? That's just the game of the beast that we're in. So now having a team that I have, we are shooting a show, and we're going to air it November 19th. And it's going to be hosted by the Vanity Twins. Okay, we got the rematch for the MFM Championship, Manny Mars and Sean Black. Okay, right. We got the imminent threat, Hellman Rosecrowns is looking for revenge against that Raider. And then, it's about to be wild. It's about to be sexy. We got the tag team championships, the Doom Gods, they're giving the Rock and Rodeo the rematch that they feel like they deserve, and they attacked them at the anniversary show. So Compton Mania After Dark is definitely something that you can see on ComptonMania.com. We'll have more details for you like by Wednesday. By Wednesday, we will start posting it everywhere. Then you can go to ComptonMania.com and get this. Name your price. Basically, you support Compton Mania. You pay what you can pay, and you get to download the content and check it out and support the brand.
I love it.
That's amazing.
That's the best way. What we can do about we put on shows like that, and then we just try to raise money so we can be back in the streets. Plus, in California, it's super rainy and nasty right now.
Yeah.
Our beautiful big screen, the wind blew it down. Thank God nobody got hurt. And so it's just different learning experiences. You're learning on all different phases of the game. But
sure,
it'll be a crazy show November 19th.
Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. We got to post something. I'll make sure we post something about it. You send me a flyer and I'll put it up on our story. And just to remind people, you know, they got to know because they got to support. It's all the same stuff. You know, Vince McMahon knew it back in the day when it was doing rock and wrestling. Like, it's all the same underground vibe, dude. It's all the same vibe. So get involved in as many underground type things you possibly can. That's what I always tell people. Check out artists and wrestling and music and everything, because you're going to find golden nuggets all around you. Always.
And I can't wait to chill with you, because I'm looking behind you. I'm like, we can get towed up one day. Good God.
Oh, there's some beauties back there, too. There's like 2 bottles of absinthe. My friend and I went on this kick. We'd smoke a bunch of pot and then drink absinthe, which was like awful. Like, I don't even know where I was half the time.
Oh, man.
It's some liquor. You gotta have some bevies with your weed. You gotta have a little bevy, you know, with your bowl.
Got to, because that's the only way you're gonna feel. Yeah.
A little Bevan bowl.
Yeah.
So, all right. So let's talk about, and Matt, I want to know yours too. And this is tough. I'm asking the hard fucking questions here.
Oh, yeah.
Favorite match of all time, and you're allowed to say, like, you know, like, but I also like this one. Like, you're allowed to say that, so it doesn't have to be, it's not like concrete, but it's just the one that you could go back and watch over and over and over again. You got one? Who's got one?
Actually, 2 of them.
Do it.
No, you go for it. Yeah.
Okay, you go for it first, Matt. You got it.
I think, you know, I just watched it for the first time, and I think it went up. It went up a level. And it was it was Undertaker versus Triple H, WrestleMania 20. I think it was the 25.
Was it the first one or the second one?
The first one.
Oh, the first one was pretty dope too.
It was pretty dope. I think I have to watch the second one, but that was pretty amazing. Oh, and Bam Bam Bigelow versus RVD.
I remember that.
The TV title, the World TV title, ECW. That's fucking insane. Wow.
See, I didn't even think of the ECW matches, and I just was talking about them. That's a whole category.
Absolutely, yeah.
I should have just said a brand.
Sorry.
It's almost too hard.
I know it's hard. I'm just thinking recent that kind of took over the
we'll just say WWE favorite. For now, because we'll just say WWE. So your stands Triple H Taker. Yeah. That's Dubs. That's WWE. What do you got, Deshaun? You got 2.
Okay, yeah. As a little kid, it was Ultimate Warrior and Hogan.
Hell yeah.
You know, the build-up was it was insane. It was freaking insane. And the match was just superhero versus superhero. I had like a brain orgasm. That, like as a kid, like my face was numb. Like that was insane. And then as I got a little older, it's the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels versus the Excellence of Execution and Iron Man. And I can watch that over and over again. And sometimes it brings tears to my eyes because the boyhood dream has come true. But I had no idea that this was going to make me hate Shawn Michaels in the future. because I liked both of them at the time. And I sided with the Hitman later on. So I was.
So did I.
Yeah. Oh, the Montreal Screwjob is.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Me too.
I thought you were mentioning Iron Man. That's wow.
And the Bret the Hitman Hart literally had me saying "F America," like I was like straight Heart Foundation, bro.
Very underrated.
I thought Shawn Michaels was a pretty boy, and I heard he was a dick. So I was like, Bret Hart just seemed like a hard working dude, you know, and that was his image. But he really is too. And I was like, yeah, Shawn Michaels. I honest to God, it made me not like Shawn. I mean, I love him now. But same way, I went exactly on board with that. I just went right on board with that. I was like, why? Why would they do that to him? He was a guy that I always loved to watch wrestle.
Yeah.
Why would you screw him?
Why would you do that to him? Yeah.
But it's the business. We didn't know nothing about it back when we were kids.
Knew nothing about it. Like at that time too, if you'd have said the cardinal sin, if you know what I'm saying, I was damn near about to fight you. You better never say that shit is the cardinal sin in front of me, like was
nope.
That was
that's the F word.
Your mama back in the days, bro. Like, what did he say?
That's the bad F word.
I gotta say, the one that I really enjoyed was, and I know it's kind of an obvious one, but I have watched it a million times. Is Razor Ramon versus Shawn Michaels in that ladder match.
Oh my God.
Because I had never seen anything like it before in my life.
Yeah.
The very first one they did. Only because of the shock value. Like there's other matches that I've jumped up and down more for, but I was watching it like, oh, ladder. How is this going to be any good?
A ladder. Yeah.
Oh my God. I was like, these guys are going to die. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking about how scared I get about 8th rung on a ladder, climbing up it to change a light bulb for my grandma. And these sons of bitches are jumping off it.
You talking about 8th rung, 3rd or 4th rung, brother. 3rd or 4th rung. I'm like, oh shit.
And these guys are using it like a prop.
Oh, yeah.
Man, who thought of that? Was that a Dusty Rhodes thing?
Maybe so. But I don't know who started it, but I remember seeing the Hitman DVD, and I know that they were doing that shit in Canada.
Yeah, they were messing Stampede, right? They were doing that.
Know Stu was doing that shit. I don't know who created it. And then also in WWE, the first time I seen it was Shawn and Bret. But you know what I mean? It wasn't like the Razor and Shawn, though. You know, either one of them. But yeah.
And those guys were, you know, I don't know how they were doing with it was almost like they hadn't done enough drugs to be starting to fall off yet. So they were both just prime condition, looking like two warriors and jumping. Like Razor Ramon was huge and he was doing so much athletic stuff and he was such a big guy. That always impressed me. Those big dudes who could like jump over the top ropes like Taker, that shit's insane.
You do a plancha. He was that crazy. You jump over the top rope. That's insane. Yeah,
I know.
Crazy.
I love it.
Yeah.
And then Taker is wearing all black, which makes a difference. Because if you think about it, you're outside the ring and you see this huge shadow just, oh my God. What is he? 7 foot, 300 and something pounds? Just he's 15 feet in the air coming down on you.
Yeah.
I'm not catching shit. I'm getting out of the way.
And everybody in the audience, like the theatrics of that are brilliant. Like you couldn't make it look any more like a spectacle. This, like you said, a giant shadow just consuming you. Like that's freaking crazy.
Oh yeah,
I love it. That's why it's so fun. It's so fun because it's like it's like these top shelf athletes, and then story, and then theater.
Yep.
And who doesn't want that? It has every part. You know, now can you and I don't want to put you on that. Can you say your favorite match from the history of Compton Mania?
It's tough because all of them mean something, but as far as, like at a show, I feel like one of the top matches was, I can name probably like 3. One, I would say Judeas versus Shiloh at the Ghetto Gauntlet that we did last year. That was like a dream match for me. Like I know it probably didn't mean that much to everybody else, but for me, you look at Shiloh Greaves, who's somebody that I just freaking like. He's just so talented, and then you got
super athlete.
Yeah,
you got Judeas. Like Judeas is just. He's like what me as a kid, if I would have seen that as a kid, bro, that would have really changed my life. Like it's just, and just to see how they got down was amazing. I loved Jay Baptiste and the God King match at Compton Maniaville where the two brothers went at it. And like that was the first time we had the big screen and the crowd loved it. And then I would have to say the Fatal 4-Way. Yeah.
Oh, those are great.
With Shiloh Greaves and Candy Girl and Lois Grain and Jen Stefani. Like, I mean, it's kind of biased because it's like even the matches that people probably consider their top, I'd be like, yo, this is hilarious. I mean, so I don't know. I just be having a good time, bro.
I bet.
Because you can't get too critical. It's just like because you at the baby stages. Like we still a pup over here. Like we don't.
Yeah, it's been 1 year since we talked about. Well, like about a year. So like, and it's grown. I can see it when I look at your Instagram. Yeah, everybody follow Compton Mania on Instagram. Even if you're not a huge wrestling fan, just look. It's more. I'm telling you, it's underground indie stuff that we all should be supporting together as a community. So check it out. I guarantee you can't not like the athleticism alone. Just that.
Yeah.
Let
alone the characters. Get it.
Man, they need to follow you. This dude is the GOAT right now. This is like I don't even have no drinks and he got me turned up. I'm chilling. Look, my man, Mad Max is taking the freaking Matt. My bad. I called you Mad.
Cool, man. It's
messed up my name again.
It's the shirt.
Yeah.
The shirt's giving him a Thunderdome.
I look like a Max. I do. It's weird.
You look like Mad Max and wearing casual weekend gear.
Yeah, no, totally.
With your cashes on. With the cash.
With the
dream. All right, Deshaun, let me get one more in here, my brother. All right. So what's your dream? Now, this might be too weird of a question, but what's your dream booking that you book? You booked it.
Ooh, that's a question.
That's hard.
Oh,
and they're coming to perform at Compton Mania. So keep that. That's all part of it.
So my dream booking at Compton Mania would be the Bella Twins versus the Vanity Twins.
Oh shit.
Let's go. So here's the thing with the Vanity Twins. Like, we just interviewed them yesterday. They're kind of mean, right? And but it's like I don't know any, like, you guys got to help me out. I don't know too many black twins, right? So it's like you got black twin girls versus the first twin girls that I know, like, the Bella Twins, like in a match, both of them could do some twin magic. I mean, hey,
asses in seats.
Yeah. I would love that. Bella Twins.
Absolutely. I would totally watch that. I'd watch that and pay for it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. That'd be a perfect passing of the torch for the Bella Twins. Yeah,
absolutely. That would be epic. And it'll make sense for all parties involved. It'll make sense.
Yeah. And the reason why I say that is because I've noticed WWE and AEW, obviously, they're starting to allow their talent to actually do things outside of the WWE. I think that's because Triple H is just like, I get the business. So Vince was our dude, but time had come and he moved on. Triple H, on the other hand, is letting Shinsuke go wrestle in like New Japan and stuff. So like there's opportunities now for like indie things to actually, like, let's say the Bellas wanted to do that. They can now. They like are allowing them to do it, which I think it's the greatest thing they could do for the fans. is to allow like somebody to show up out of nowhere. Because how fun is that when you're watching wrestling? Is that Sting? He came out of the like, and you're just like, holy shit! It's coming out of the audience.
It's crazy too, because what did it do? Like you said, for the fans, but also what did it do for people that's not even fans? Just people out the game like this, right? Just to be honest, right? Because as a fan, when the Bella Twins came in, I was unimpressed because, you know, I wanted to see, you know, I came in seeing Brett and Sean, you know.
Absolutely.
I didn't, you know, I wasn't really into the women's situation like that.
The
like
Divas belt was weak, dude.
Yeah, it was just not my thing.
No.
But as I looked further, I was like, yo, Total Bellas. I can get with that. Okay. You know, so that brought in that Kim Kardashian audience. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That
Totally.
a whole different eyes. And then when you think about it too, how many twins are somewhere and they don't really know what they want to do? Like they have to see something, and like to see something like that, it can change their life. And it don't even have to be wrestling. It could be basketball. It could be football. They can take that same inspiration and flip it in whatever field that they want to do. So just the idea of twins, like you have some representation. Now like if you got triplets, or you know what I mean? Like, let's book the whole damn, what is it? The woman that has 6 kids, let's book them all as a family.
Oh, the Octomom or whatever.
Yeah.
Exactly. Octomom's kids is coming to town. These kids are hungry, okay? You know, they're savages.
They're like the Spirit Squad.
Yeah. I mean, all that stuff is bigger than rap. That we would say is bigger than wrestling. It's everyone seeing themselves in something, like watching so many different TV shows or wrestling. Like you're Bret Hart, you're Shawn Michaels. You're not just watching them, you're embodying them. And
absolutely. Yeah, that is the best part. And that's, you know, honestly, that's how I always thought about it when I was watching WWE and stuff. And then when I watched ECW, I felt like I was watching a real fight. Like I honest to God, the first time I watched ECW and I saw like Taz suplexing people, sorry, the Tasmaniac suplexing people, I was like, that motherfucker killed that dude.
Man.
Like, he broke his fucking neck. Like he is a
accordions, bro. Oh my God.
Did you guys not watch that shit? And you were like, are they just really dropping them? Are they really like actually dropping elbows for real?
Before UFC, everyone used to talk about ECW was real shit. Like real, like people die on ECW. Like that's how real, because you would see people going through stacks of tables. Not
insane.
One. Stacks.
Tommy Dreamer is dead. He's not alive right now. He's dead.
Yeah, he's a robot.
He's a robot.
Man, you ain't never. How is he even still standing?
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Wrestles. It's insane. That guy.
Yeah, he's still going.
Yeah, just go sit down, Tom.
So is the Sandman.
Yeah. It's
man. Oh, let me tell you something about. I'm such a mark, especially.
What do you mean? I'm wearing my Royal Rumble shirt.
He's got
it.
Mark Master over here,
bro. I remember when I first watched ECW and I saw Sandman drinking beer. I'm like, you fake ass Austin. I'm like, you know, he was doing that shit way before Austin. Right?
Yeah.
Like, so it's like I was that kind of a mark. Like, you know what I mean? Like this shit. Like, but because I was more.
He was straight. Sandman was a bad dude.
Oh my God.
Like, that's why I think some of those guys in ECW, I'm sure they went through the wrestling school, but a lot of them, I think they could just take a bump and it didn't matter if they landed flush or not. Yeah. They just were like, just drink more beer. And that doesn't hurt when you roll your shoulder.
Straight up taking punches in the face. Like just stiff shots, you know, like,
stiff.
You know who I used to love that everybody hated? Lance fucking Storm, bro.
Dude, yes.
Guy was a machine.
He
was a machine.
Amazing.
It's just because he didn't have any charisma, but neither did Chris Benoit. And Chris Benoit got over. So, like, they should have pushed him. I think because there already was a Chris Benoit. So, like, there couldn't be 2 non-talking Canadians.
Totally.
I want to say something that's probably going to be controversial, but I'm not trying to be controversial. I think the difference between Lance Storm and Chris Benoit looked crazy.
Yeah.
Like, looked like the Rabbit Wolverine. He didn't have to say nothing. You just looked at his big forehead and you like, yeah, this motherfucker crazy. He got
and his lack of tooth.
tooth,
Yeah.
you like, oh hell no. Any strongest shit in short with little legs? Hell no, I ain't want no problems. Hell no, bro.
Don't fuck with that
He
guy.
looked like he was gnarly. He was
Man, that
gnarly.
dude, he was one of my favorites too. Like
Me too. That was
Oh,
heartbreaking.
Same here. Yeah.
That was heartbreaking. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I used to root for him like crazy. I loved how he just was no nonsense.
Stop
Down
watching
there
wrestling.
doing his head shit.
Yeah. Stop
Yeah.
watching wrestling because of that. For like 10 years.
This
mean,
is
'cause-
brutal.
Yeah.
it was hard to even, how do you even process that situation? Because these people are like your heroes.
Absolutely.
So when you see that, you're confused, you're conflicted. You want to believe like they got it wrong. But then that's too where me as a promoter or a business person, I'm looking at the wrestlers like I don't want to put them in compromising positions where
Sure.
something mess up their head, or like I'm really like wrestlers. Yeah, I'm like, yo, do regular shit up and down, like
Sure.
like and stuff like that. You think about the outcome of like how his kid felt and how after the math how he felt. Like that's a tough situation to deal with. Like that's
Oh my God, yes.
that's really tough.
It is. And that's the only thing that like the thing that got me through all that was that it was, brain trauma and drug addiction. And like not that that's an excuse, but that explains more. He wasn't just some psycho that was just went off. He had issues and they weren't dealt with and they didn't even know about them.
And
Yeah.
it's crazy that you bring that element in, because everything that you said is 100% correct. But look, even if you minus the drugs, this is how crazy it is. This is how we as humans have like really forgot. Even if you minus the drugs and you just think about stress of life,
Yeah,
that ruins so many people. Just
Sure.
deal with your own shit, that your trauma, what happened to you as a kid, and then you add drugs to that shit.
bad
You know,
mix.
Yeah.
Like,
Boy.
oh my God, bro. Just even me as a business person, some days I want to lose my mind and it's not even a big deal.
I know.
It's just,
Yes, I do.
It's like, why am I tripping? This is not a big deal. Relax, breathe, one day at a time. Stop.
Relax, breathe, listen to the Outlaws of Rock, check out some Compton Mania. Deshaun, my brother, thank you for calling in again. And wait, give the people before we go, give the people it's Compton Mania at Instagram. What else are you on?
Compton Mania on everything. Instagram, YouTube, go to ComptonMania.com. We will have more show information like on a Wednesday or Thursday, and we will get you set up so you can watch Compton Mania after dark. Donate.
Beautiful.
Compton
Yep.
Mania. Appreciate you.
Send me the poster and I'll put it on the story. And we appreciate you too, brother. And we will talk soon.
Man, appreciate you, Big T. Appreciate
Later,
you.
my man.
All right.
Wait a minute.
Later.
Can you tell they're broken down? He's out of stock, she's out of bounds. Remember how they sang to you. On the phone, you're such a liar. The blue is spreading down the wire. It's far too late to drink it up now. Tears burn your cheeks. Her fears, he never speaks. Breathing in the smoky flavor. She wishes she had been much braver. I'm sorry that I let you think. Can't you tell they're out of town? He's gone to bed, she's lost and found. Remember how he held you. He told her she's a selfish savior. They'll let you in on good behavior. I'm sorry we don't want you here. Tears you've been searching for, babe. Sad boy, go to bed, boy. Things will be better when you're dead, boy. Dead boy, dead boy. Things will be better when you're dead, boy. Dead boy, dead boy. Dead, 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 dead.
Pobre y puro.
No hacía frío ni calor, no había luna, no había sol, no tenía hambre ni sed, pero estaba lleno de no sé qué. Cielo, que me viste así, quiero volver a estar allí. Luz y aliento, aquel mirar, calladitos, sin hablar, cambiaría mi existir por un poco de aquel morir. Cielo, que me viste azul allí, quiero volver a estar así. Ya me llevan a enterrar, tierra adentro voy a estar, alto y puro y de crecer, para que tú me puedas ver. Cielo, que me viste así, quiero volver a estar allí. Pobre y puro como ayer, pobre y puro quiero ser, pobre y puro, pobre y puro, pobre y puro.
Humbly fallible, yes, on what you need. A fallen stone, all alone.
an empty light, a fractured core, you shy and fall, softly culpable, dishonest truth. Your hollow will not reciprocate. Love every blemish like there's no other. Fight the enemy, chaos your thunder, embrace your flaws, discover another. Ignore the envy, make it your lover. Beautifully imperfect. Seductively flawed, it's the natural love. Seductively flawed, it's the natural love. Drop the mirror. Find yourself. Your heart. Plainly radical and unruly fear. Swallow your pride, it's time to hide. Bravely gullible, such an empty life. A fractured core, you shy and fall. Humbly fallible, yet somewhat unique. A fallen stone, all alone. Love every blemish like there's no other. Fight the enemy, chaos your thunder, embrace your flaws, discover another. Ignore the envy, make it your lover. Love every blemish like there's no other. Fight the enemy, chaos your thunder, embrace your flaws, discover another. Ignore the envy, make it your lover. Beautifully imperfect.
Flint, beautifully imperfect. The Intoxicables,
Yeah,
Habre y Puro.
that's right.
Pretty good, not bad. You know, a lot of Spanish speaking people in the Los Angeles area.
Yeah,
Honestly, I think I've gotten at least just, you know, a basic understanding of the language just from being here.
sure.
And I mean basic. But I feel like I can understand people. I can't speak the language, but I can understand things.
I feel like you can hang.
It's all similar. You know, it's all Latin-based language. So you get some stuff is like just a little bit more like it's not pants, it's pantaloons. Like they just add or subtract letters.
Yeah, you
Or
get
we
the
did.
gist. You're right.
We did. America did.
That's right. Yeah.
They started it. Norwegian Soft Kitten is up next with Eyes Closed, and then we'll be back after that with Big Jim's Wildcard.
Over on mountain,
glee. We fell down and smiled at each other. Closed my eyes, saw nothing at all. I jumped up, ran off on an air, and you jumped up to hug a friend. We jumped up and danced in a circle. Closed my eyes, saw nothing at all. I reached out for a banana. You reached out to swing from a star. We reached out to capture each other. Closed my eyes, saw nothing at all. I spoke up about food that had come home. You spoke up to save a friend. We spoke up about injustice. Closed my eyes, saw nothing at all. I walked off into the evening. You walked off into the day. We walked off on Saturday morning. Closed my eyes, saw nothing at all. I ran off, lost in a jungle. You ran off to splash in an ocean. We ran off to sing in the springtime. Closed my eyes, saw nothing at all. I sat down to eat my dinner. You sat down to nourish your soul. We sat down and passed the martinis. Closed my eyes, saw nothing at all. I rolled over, blinking and searching. You rolled over to sip some tea. We rolled over to pat each other. Closed my eyes, saw nothing at all. I woke up to a cup of coffee. You woke up to philosophy. We woke up to a world that's crying. Closed my eyes, saw nothing at all. I grew up in escalated hands. You grew up off the roads after trial. We grew up at the pizza buffet. Closed my eyes, saw nothing at all. I grew up acting much the same way. You grew up in the world every day. We grew up to orange movies. Closed my eyes, saw nothing at all. I gave up waving a white flag. You gave up comfort for adventure. We gave up hunting for the ghost. Closed my eyes, saw only myself.
Norwegian Soft Kitten with Closed Eyes, and we are up to Big Jim's Wild Card with its new and improved sound effect.
Boom. Put it right in there.
Yeah, we're not going to do that every show, but I sometimes I get in like a little repetitive. I do that, but I'm not gonna.
No, you
People are just gonna have to
announce
hear
it.
it.
You're allowed to talk about it at least once or twice.
You got to let the people know. And it's Dave Haynes with his song Jolly Boys, which is pretty funny about party dudes. It's a great track. Check it out. It's Big Jim's Wild Card for episode 349.
Grown-up adolescence, juvenile intentions. You can never take the boy out of the man. We are the Jolly Boys. Jolly Boys. It's time for a party. Time to get naughty. Let's get the boys together. It's now or it's never. Jolly Boys. We are the Jolly Boys. We are the Jolly Boys. We are the Jolly Boys. I'm proud of all the fooling, acting like a big kid. There's more time for good times, so let's organize an outing.
Dave Haynes, Jolly Boys was Big Jim's wild card. And now we're up to the second half of the set list where we play songs from previous shows. The first one is Rocket Coma, and the song is called Game Boy. Rocket Coma sent us their brand new album a couple weeks ago, and we played a track when the album dropped. But he sent us the whole thing, so I'm just going to keep adding in songs from it. They're all great. So this is a track off their new album. It's is it called Rocket Coma versus the Universe or something, or versus the World? Something like that. Anyway, check them out. Rocket Coma, great band, great dudes. This song's Game Boy, and then Deep as Bones, Spun. After that, Owls and Aliens, Control Freak.
My jet pilot's gone to launch, but that don't matter anyway. Hey, I got these thoughts, they drop real bombs, and I never have to see the blood innocent. In my case, they gave me drugs. Drugs that make you feel like this shot just ain't real. They wanna wear my body out. Sink or swim. Think I better lay dead.
what you think before you thought of it. I can scream every day until my voice will bleed. This time I'm done. I'm done. So fun in denial. Let you run away. So strong is my desire. Simplify your pain, raging forth in a million memories. There's no sanity this way. I could think, I could wish everything would be all the same every day. I'm in misery. This time I'm done. I'm done. So fun in denial.
Owls and Aliens, Control Freak, Deep as Bones, Spun, and Rocket Coma, Game Boy. We're coming up to the last two tracks of the set list for episode 349, and they are Jack Mystery, Thieves and Liars, and Wonderwolf Synthetic. Check them out. That's your set list for episode 349.
Praise on ignorant ways. Use your game face and trust in this with me. Your fortune is safe. Set the deals to make. One man could be.
Just asking too much.
Top F and 10 time for episode 349.
Yeah.
Entering at number 10 is Saturn, Saturn, Saturn. Don't Ever Change. Number 9 is Reign of Z with Reflections. Number 8, Quinn the Brain with Bad Friend. Number 7 is P-Mad with Sisters. Number 6 is Bone Rust. Number 5, Coastal Fire Department with Gouge Away. Number 4 is Against the Sun with Undone. 3, Jane Lee Hooker with Lucky. 2 is Kill Cody with So Long. And number 1 for the first week is Lonnie Claire with Flock O' Fakes. That is your top 10 for episode 349. If you want to vote for the top 10, just direct message us at the Tully Dio Show on Instagram. That's how easy it is. Boom.
It is pretty cinchy. Is that the word?
Yeah. Well, that's the top 10. That's the end of the show. Hope everybody has a kick-ass weekend.
Right.
And, you know, we're coming into the holiday season. It's a great time to have some big beers with your friends.
It is a good excuse to get drunk.
Yeah. So, like, you know, like, listen to some Outlaws of Rock. Watch some Compton Mania. Have some big beers.
Yep.
And have a great weekend, everybody.
Amen.